Salveta, and welcome to Zombie Latin. Today we're going to discuss the pluperfect and future perfect tenses. First, let's talk about how we form the pluperfect and future perfect tenses. Just like for the perfect tense, the first thing we're going to do is go to the third principal part, such as laudavi. Then, we'll drop the I from the third principal part to get the same stem that we had for the perfect tense. After dropping the I, we'll then add our new endings. Now, our new endings will look awfully familiar. So the first thing I want you to do is recall the imperfect and future of sum. See if you can pause the video and write them down from memory. If you wrote them down correctly, you should have the imperfect of sum written down as eram, eras, erat, eramus, eratus, erant. The future would be ero, eris, erit, eramus, eritus, erunt. Now, these are going to be almost identical to the endings for the pluperfect and future perfect tenses. So all we have to do is add dashes in front of them so that they become endings, and then change the you in the third person plural of the future of sum to an I, and that gives us our pluperfect and future perfect endings. So for instance, if we wanted to have the second person plural pluperfect of laudo, all we would have to do is drop the I to get laudav for our stem, and then add the second person plural pluperfect ending, eratus, so we get laudaveratus. On your own, try to get the third person singular future perfect form of laudo. Pause the video if you need to. If you did it correctly, you should get laudaverit. That's about all for forming these tenses. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is a new term, systems. Systems are groups of tenses with similar stems and translations. The present system, for instance, is a grouping of the present, imperfect, and future tenses. Now, up until this point, we've been pretending that we get the stem from the first principal part by dropping O. But in reality, we've actually been getting it from the second principal part by dropping are. It's a minor distinction for now, and the old way will still work, but it will make a difference when we get to future conjugations. The present system, as a system, is grouped together by the fact that it indicates simple and continuous actions, such as I am walking or I was walking, or I walk and I will walk. Notice the ing present there. The other system we have is the perfect system, which is made up of the other three tenses, the perfect, pluperfect, and future perfect tenses. These have a formation in common that they all get their stem from the third principal part, dropping the letter I. These all indicate what is called a perfect or completed action. As you may recall, the perfect has two possible translations, that of the simple past and the perfect present. So for instance, praised or have or has praised. Now the pluperfect is the tense which indicates the perfect past, had praised. So we use the helping verb had for the pluperfect. The Latin future perfect indicates the English perfect future. So that helping verb is now will have. So will have praised. Notice that the perfect present has the helping verb have or has, which is a present form. The pluperfect has the past form had as its helping verb. And the future perfect has the future form will have for its helping verb. And that's all for today on the perfect, pluperfect, and future perfect endings. Make sure you add these new endings to your best friend. Waleta!